Hey everyone, welcome to the show. This is it. In the words of Kevin Hart, it's about to go down. The special counsel has notified Donald Trump that he is a target in their January 6th investigation, and he has 4 days in which to appear before the grand jury investigating the matter. Trump announced the news on his failing social media site, saying in part that it, quote, almost always means an arrest and indictment. Yes, it does. So this news just broke this morning, so there aren't any sources, quote unquote, leaking details yet, so we don't know a whole lot, but as for the charges, it could be just about anything. I mean, he seemingly committed a plethora of crimes, right? Jefe, do you know what a plethora is? I mean, like a potpourri of crimes, a poo-poo platter of crimes, if you will. And I think you might. So anyway, my guess is that Jack Smith is trying to indict prior to the Georgia DA. And, you know, if Trump refuses to sit for the grand jury for him, he'll probably move for a vote on indictments within, I would say, the next 2 weeks at the most. We'll see, right? We could see charges next week. The next bit of news is also awesome. Trump isn't the only one who received a target letter. The special counsel also issued a target letter to an employee of the Trump organization. The letter warns that employee that they may have committed perjury when he appeared before the classified documents grand jury in May of this year. So he could be indicted for obstruction of justice. We don't know the name of the employee, but sources told news outlets that this has to do with the security camera footage at Mar-a-Lago. As all of you will probably recall, there was an employee of Mar-a-Lago who was said to be asking suspicious questions about the recordings, about the surveillance video, such as how long these recordings are retained, what areas the cameras capture. So then that same employee was said to have, quote, accidentally flooded a room that's near the pool area where, what do you know, the computer servers and surveillance video logs were stored. So that happened, the flooding, in October of 2022, just 2 months after the FBI searched Trump's property and seized all of those classified documents. And as I shared a while back, this is the second time that there was a so-called accidental flooding during a Trump investigation. Now, in regard to the January 6th and attempted coup investigations, I'll go back to that one. The special counsel is said to have recently interviewed city and state officials in Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and New Mexico. And then in addition, also, they've interviewed Trump's former aide, Hope Hicks, also Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. They both appeared before the grand jury. Their testimony is said to be centered around the question of whether or not Trump knew that what he was saying about the election was a lie, or did he truly believe that he won? Also, according to the sources with knowledge of Kushner's testimony, they say he told the grand jury that Trump really did believe that the election was stolen. I'm going to throw the bullshit flag on that one. And then the Washington Post buried this little piece of evidence in a very lengthy article about this matter. It said in December of 2020, early in the month, Trump aide and attorney Boris Epshteyn sent a text to other Trump attorneys saying, quote, urgent, POTUS request need best examples of election fraud that we've alleged that's super easy to explain. Doesn't necessarily have to be proven, but does need to be easy to understand. So yeah, it doesn't have to be proven. We just need to be able to say it and to make people understand it. And by the way, Epstein put quotation marks around the words election fraud, as if he knew it wasn't real. And so that's when Rudy Giuliani offered up the whole fabricated story about the election workers, Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. You know, the two who were targeted mercilessly by Trump supporters. They harassed them, sent them death threats. Next up is news that the Georgia Supreme Court has unanimously rejected Trump's request to prevent the Fulton County, Georgia district attorney from indicting him. You guys probably know by now, on Thursday and Friday of last week, Trump's team went in, they filed these desperate requests for both the Georgia Supreme Court and the Superior Court of Fulton County to toss the special grand jury report that was issued earlier this year. And then his attorneys also asked these courts to bar the DA, Willis, from using any of the information from that report to try to indict him. And also, they want the courts to terminate these proceedings, these traditional grand jury that's ongoing right now as we speak. Because, like I said, last week, 2 different grand juries were impaneled. One is said to be reviewing that special grand jury evidence, and then they will vote on potential charges for Trump and his friends. So Trump's team wrote in their filings that the charging decisions are imminent and that he, quote, now sits on the precipice. So he is clearly freaking out because state charges, unlike the federal charges, can't be easily quashed by whoever he puts in as his new, personal attorney / attorney general, even if he wins in 2024. So anyway, guys, really great news. I have more coming for you. Be sure to watch all the videos today. It is a really good day for America. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. Please share this with everyone you know, become a subscriber if you have not already. If you can support the show, it really helps to keep it going. Links are down below in the description box on YouTube and on the podcast. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.